Hey guys, I don't really know how to script this video. I'm sorry I'm looking up even though the camera's right there. I guess I'm used to looking at the screen. First off, thank you. It is about to be this year 10 years since I started recording videos on this channel. And then eventually into 2023 turned into Dilio Studios, and we'll get to that with an announcement. Um, but I guess I just want to say thank you for me being able to do this for 10 years, even though we changed a lot. We changed from Power Ranger reviews to gaming Let's Plays that was recorded on the TV, or we recorded from a phone on the TV, and then we didn't do anything for COVID because I don't even know what happened in COVID. And then did a couple speed runs, then did trailer edits, and I've done a lot of those since 2022, and I'll explain why I haven't really done them last year. Going into 2026, which we're almost a month in at this point, but I'm recording, and then did 4 short films, which I am pretty much proud of all of them, which I'll get to in a minute. But and hopefully that will all lead to what I want this channel to be post to 10 years. Because no, I'm not retiring. I'm not retiring. I'm 18, so I'm not gonna retire that quickly here. Come on, guys. But there is something I do, and I am considering doing, which I'll get to by the end of this update. I guess it's an update video. I guess it's a review of the channel, of all the stuff that we've done over the past 10 years. Because I know technically this channel started when me and my dad did what we call the Toys R Us marathon, not marathon. If you're watching Practical Jokers, you don't know what I'm talking about. But the Toys R Us marathon was when Power Rangers Ninja Steel came out, which was the adaptation of Ninja from Super Sentai. We tried our best to get all the toys for Christmas, and we went to every Toys R Us in Chicago um, in 2016, and then also in 2017, which is kind of less important. But for that, I didn't even know I was gonna get it uploaded to YouTube, but I just recorded a video for fun, and then my grandpa surprisingly posted that channel video and created a channel, posted it like Dylan Power Ranger video, and I was like, oh my god, I'm actually on the internet. I'm actually on YouTube, and I just kept doing like videos of toys that I already had. I know, like there's a couple of mix and match toys all around. I think Dino Charge's Megazord. I think I used the black Rexy head because it wouldn't go stay up. I think I don't remember from 10 years ago. But that was a great time. That was a great time, and that kind of kept going until 2018, like late 2018, when I got the Nintendo Switch. And around late 2017 is when I got into gaming. So after I got the Switch, I pretty much turned it into a Let's Play channel. We got, I think we just played random games from what I remember. Like, I know I shouldn't have done this in my own update video, but looking at um, the channel, 131 subscribers, going from oldest, uh, pretty much done 70 Power Rangers videos. I kind of want to do like a little window window capture over here. Can I get that? I know this is purely unedited, but um, looking back for the channel, like yeah, there was my first Power Ranger video. Look at me, look at me, look at me. I was wow. I And no, I wasn't trying to copy Ryan's toy reviews. I didn't even know who Ryan's toy reviews were until very like a couple years ago. But I my pure inspiration was MMPR Toys. If you don't know, why I keep pressing the CapCut button, but if ignore that, ignore that. But if you don't know who MMPR Toys is, it is pretty much a Power Rangers animation channel or a stop motion channel that also just review toys, but they do an amazing job of animation and stop motion, like and seeing their videos, especially around 2013, 2014 when I got into Power Rangers, they were they're a pure inspiration, and that's why I want them to cameo in my first in my a big idea project, which I'll get to in once after we go through the channel. But oh dang it, camera! But yeah, that was pretty much my first video on the channel, and I think I made I don't even know. There was 25, and there was a New Year video. 2038. Oh yeah. I don't really talk about this to that much. Um, I did the dance from Ninja for a talent show, and I think I killed it. I think I killed it. I subscribe if you want to see the cute Tama dance from me. Subscribe for that. I need to plug in my laptop. um, but it's like, yeah, that is crazy. I forgot that I had that in the as one of my videos. Oh my god. Okay, we go there. If you're wondering what these are, Dylan video about math. Um, I forgot what it was. You know, in math class in elementary school, there was these like math and like background videos. Math video, uh, addiction. I don't even know what video. I don't even know what video. I don't even know what video series. But I just try to copy them. I'm being honest. I just straight up copy them, and yeah, I am tempted on deleting these or unlisting them at some point. I am so tempted. I think the first video I really did somewhere else was the Legacy Dragon Dagger video, and I think I did get a little inspiration from MMPR Toys again. Most of these Power Ranger videos are MMPR Toys, well, like inspired, but like I can't complain. I can't really complain here. Um, but I think my first gameplay video was around this time as well. I think my first gameplay video. Yeah. If you don't know, Super Sentai had a mobile game, Super Sentai Legend Wars, and I recorded some of it on my phone. On my phone. On a phone, recording another phone, and it's like I would. It's weird. This is the only RPG that I would play. And it's like if you don't know me in real life, I'm not a big fan of RPG games, and I realized one of the first games on that I played on my channel is a um mobile RPG game. So yeah, that was fun. That was a fun time. It was a decent game. It was a decent for a mobile game. That like I would play that a bunch. I did do some toy hunt videos a couple times. This was my most viewed video for a good couple years. 303 for the gold ninja battle morpher. Side note: this is a terrible morpher. This is a dookie morpher. Um, I prefer the cheeseburger. Like if you know the original morpher from the ninja, the Gold Ranger morpher is a cheeseburger, and I would way prefer. Like it's the most American thing out there. Come on, guys. Come on, Toei. Come on, Bandai. Bandai. Come on, man. Come on, Bandai. I should probably just go all the way down. We're spoiling the rest. Okay. I got a little bit in the Kamen Rider around this time, but I think there's a Kamen Rider video somewhere. There's a Kamen Rider video somewhere in here, and it was really just a like Gaim and Baran, um, without the armors. I don't think I had the Kamen Rider video up. Alright, or if I missed it, but once I got the Switch, which or actually it was a modded Wii. Actually, it was a modded Wii. I played what I consider my first gameplay video, Mario Kart Wii, which I, jeez, jeez, look how bad. Is that bad? Okay, I was in fourth, but still, I did two parts of Kirby's Epic Yarn, and I will say the inspiration for this one and the rest of these after I got the Switch was Zebra Gamer. Cause I think I started like before Power Morphic 2018. I started watching Zebra Gamer's Let's Plays. I think around Mario Odyssey came out. And that was something I was like, oh, I could do this. So I did an episode of Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I did all the boss fights for Splatoon 2. I did I did an episode on Splatoon 2 again. The Hair and Tours Splatfest, Breath of the Wild, Sonic Forces cutscene. I don't know why I really liked that game when I got played that like when it came. I think it was a couple years after it came out. Yoshi's Woolly World, and then Nintendo Direct predictions, and then the reaction. I surprised about how loud I was when when Banjo came into Smash today, like that day, I was screaming from the top of my lungs. I don't think I ever screamed that loud, and and it was like I and I was like yes, yes, yes. And then when more fighters got announced, I also got like super loud. Oh, and I think Super Nintendo. When was that? When was Super Nintendo games? Oh, it's right over here. Super Nintendo games. I was so like loud and proud of them, and then I only played Super Mario World and then Mario All Stars from these games. I think I saw my friend play through Link to the Past one time, but other than that, I barely played Super Nintendo games. So that was kind of a miss thing. I don't know. I don't know. I was hoping for Jesus Christ on this direct. Okay, let's go. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. And then I did a let's play of Super Mario Odyssey for 2020. And then right when COVID came out, right when COVID happened, Mario, I stopped playing that. I stopped doing that. And then I got the Switch Lite. I kind of got inspired, so I copied some lines from beat 'em ups. Sorry, Wood. Sorry, Wood. I still want you in my movie. And then like in 2021, I got a PC and I was able to emulate up to Wii U. So I started, what if we do Micros Let's Plays? So I did like two parts of 3D World. I think I recorded a third one. And then I did a couple of Mario 64, some ROM hacks. I did Dragon Ball Kart 64. I did New Super Mario Bros. DS. I did New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Big House 64. Kirby and Sonic the Hedgehog. Super Mario 64 on 1. Melee Fox and 64. That ran terribly. A little short video on Among Us, and then I played Among Us with a friend. Side note, Among Us, if you remove the brain rot humor from people saying like how people play the game, this game is a really fun game. It's a really fun multiplayer game, and it's like it doesn't deserve the hate that it gets now because of the brain rot. I saw Buffano Nandy's and Maro's Don't Touch Color challenges, so I did a couple of those. Doctor Strange has taken Falcon and Winter Soldier credit music. The only reason why I did this one was there wasn't I didn't see a video of that specific version of it. So working on moving to 3DS. I didn't record me figuring it out like that it works. So that was kind of a missed opportunity there. Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer reaction. That was right when I became a fan. Ranking video games and movies. The No Way Home teaser trailer. The September Nintendo Direct. I don't even want to talk about Mario here. That was 14-year-old me. So we're not even gonna. I thought the Deltarune dog, like I didn't even know what Deltarune was when I was 14 years old, and I was like, oh, it's the funny dog game. It's the funny dog game. That's why you see me laughing so much. And then you can see Nintendo 64. Yeah, I'm holding a couple of Nintendo 64 cartridges. And then yeah, I don't want to re-record this. Like I would wake up everybody if this direct was still late at night. Um, I had a mid-tame reaction for Chris Pratt Mario, then Charlie Day with Luigi. I didn't even know who Anna Taylor Joy was at the time. Like I didn't know much about specific actors and stuff at that time. I think until the next year, then Jack Black. So go over here, and then I tried to do Mario Odyssey again. I think I tried to do that. Yeah, episode 1, but I didn't want to go well. I these were another good performing videos because I got the Retro Pocket 2 Plus, so I did a couple emulation videos and like SpongeBob Buffalo King Bottom right here. I did an edit of Loki of Scott watching Loki. I did a couple videos on the Retro Pocket 2 Plus, which yeah, two speed runs, which we had decent times. Um, then this is where the trailer edits really began. 3.3 thousand views. Jesus. And this get overshadowed twice. So, um, and then right around here is when the first game and what I think is Delio Studios' start was Skills for Cheats. And no, I'm not wearing a logo of the game. You'll see that in a little bit. But this this changed my life, man. Um, I know it doesn't look like the best game, but it's just the fact that we made it in 3 weeks, and now it's gonna turn into something else. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. The chainsaw skateboard, the pizza. This is my choice, and the edit the when Deadpool reacts to the Free Guy trailer, and it gives the game 4 out of 5 avocados. I just did it specifically to surprise them. So to surprise my coworkers and my boss, have a little fun thing. But yeah, I kept doing trailers after that, and then banana. You want to know where I got this idea? What the idea for this? Um, Bob Wolf, Wolf Den, his sponsored videos. He was doing a video for the Fixer X1, which is pretty much a controller grip. You can play your Switch while holding the controller. And I pretty much base the commercial of bananas for history class, and I I I think this is a pretty funny, like oh Dylan and uh, uh, this thing, I was the brightest, and then a little no nos, well no nos, yeah there you go, yeah no nos, yeah it is. Yeah, this was clearly sophomore level videos, and I think we're not even going to talk about this one. Okay, never mind. We're going to talk about this one. The reason why there's a video that says the commies commercial was we had to make a video on either capitalism or communism, or we had to make a commercial, um, either commercial or a presentation on either capitalism or communism. So I chose communism, and I think I went too far here. I had the gif of Bucky getting his arm lift off, and then uh, we got Boom, and then we had Kid Icarus here. Um, we got a clip from one of Cat Icarus's videos, 1-800-303. If you watch his channel, you will know. It's like Jesus. And then the second half of this video was just me pissing off an Italian. And like I'm surprised myself haven't seen this video. I might need to re-upload this as a short. But this is also based on Cat Icarus. Or not Cat yeah, Cat Icarus. Sandwich. And then we're trying to make pizza. And then there's a disc, then ketchup sauce, and then cheese, and then pineapple, and then broken then I broke spaghetti because one of my friends was Italian, And I was like, oh, my should I get him for something? And then the Scotto was, yeah. Yeah, yeah. But thankfully, this what place is that my first short film. What if Loki killed Hero Main? So pretty much what happened with this one, and I think I have the script. Yeah, this bad boy was the original script that we used. I think it was either me or like somebody's, but I brought this everywhere at the time, and like 3 years later, it's like for context, Loki is my favorite show of all time. I had a sweater that I used to wear every single day. Now to place with this, we'll get to later. Um, and we had to make a school project on reenacting one of the acts of Macbeth in modern English. So we got assigned the first act, and we decided to do Loki. Loki, and we pretty much thought like, oh, because Sylvie killed what or killed He Who Remains. Um, I completely forgot about that. Since Sylvie killed He Remains in Loki season one, spoiler, we were like, oh, what if Loki did? What if our main 616 Loki did? So we pretty much wrote this act one, and it doesn't make sense in the context of the show, but it was our first feature. We thought each character makes sense in the like you can replace and all of the Macbeth characters with Loki characters, and it will all make sense. And actually, I will say before we get to the big announcement at the end of the video, there was 2 times that we tried to make a feature film, and after this was supposed to be one of them, which at the next short film you'll see, um, we were trying to make the whole version of Loki Macbeth, and I actually got a few things right when writing Loki or that Macbeth Loki, and then when Loki season 2 came out, because we wrote it around the time that Loki season 2 was premiering, and the things that we got right was Mobius having kids, and because in this movie that we would do this fan film, what we would do is have Mobius have a son named Kronos, and I think one of the lines was like, "Daddy, what is time?" I think it was going to be played by one of my siblings. But then, like a week after we wrote that character in, um, then Loki season 2, episode 5, that showed Mobius having 2 sons, and I was like, "How did we predict this? How did like we wrote it, and then it got into the film, into the show, and I was like, what the heck?" And then like a week later, with the finale, like, spoilers. Loki becomes the king of the multiverse, and at the end of time, and Loki would, of course, take the throne, take over the multiverse, in take over TVA in this movie. So it's like we got 2 things right from writing the script, and then to the show like a week or so later. That is insane. That is really hilarious and really funny. I I don't even know anymore. But yeah, what if Loki killed He Remains? It was fine for what it was, but you can tell this wasn't the best. This wasn't the best because one, we were reading off the scripts, and I feel like to have like a pure performance, I feel like we would have to have it memorized. But we pretty much like behind the scenes with that, we got it announced like a weekend, like before the end of that week. But I had to go to Green Bay for a trip, so we pretty much wrote the first act my friend pretty much wrote the first act in that weekend, or like the first part, first scene, and I was stressing. I was really panicking because this was due on Wednesday, and I got back on Monday. And thank God for Ari, which if you don't know, he played Mobius in this, and also a couple of characters in Case of Wisconsin and the original View, which we'll get to. Um, he came over to my house and we kicked our butts working on the script. We got to scene 6. He had to go home, and then he stayed up a bit overnight to write scene 7 and to write this scene with Loki and Sylvie. And I press him, press him. Thank him so much. Thank you so much, Ari, for helping with this. And then we filmed it on Tuesday. If you can tell, half of it is played by him or her. Um, Lucas will get to go to Let's Plays, I think. And then because Lucas wasn't able to come over, which I don't mind, I pretty much took Loki's role for a good half of it, just so we can get it done. And then I think like at 7 o'clock, right when we finished filming, I immediately ran to the computer, uploaded everything to my computer, and then started editing. I stayed up until 1 to 2, I think even 3 in the morning. I don't know, 3 to 4 in the morning, which is a common trend for these. That I to edit all of this, and I think it was worth it. I think it was worth it. I think I slept. I think I slept through them watching this little 20-minute short film, and I deserved it. I deserved it, man. I deserved it so much. And then after, well, I guess before this is also my second most viewed video, Sonic 2 Spider Verse style, and I'm so surprised that it was. This was the most I put into a trailer. Tears of the Kingdom. Nigo BBQ, which is a gaming challenge YouTuber, he actually really liked this trailer. Um, Delio Studios Birds and Bees. Okay, this is like the lesser of the two video game projects from Career Coaches, and we created Firebird Productions, which is the only game under the brand. Um, but like it's a 2D game that you play as a mother bird, save the other 5 birds from evil bears. I will say though, the original idea I had for the game was a top-down 3D game. Think of Ape Escape, where you like save animals from a massive forest fire caused by 2 evil bears. The names were Flint and Steel, and like that was a big idea. I don't even know what the name of the game would be, but it's like someday that vision will come to life. I hope either a movie or a game. I do not know, but that would be pretty cool. But yeah, Birds and Bees. It had turned 3 years old this year. Jesus Christ. And then beginning of 2024, I did. I think this was sort of sociology, society project, and I did the TPA, and I played Hunter D19, which is Dylan 19, March 19th. Haha. And honestly, I'm surprised with how I'm able to do the green screen and stuff. But yeah, this is the only time I'm having a stash that you can actually see. That's what I'm gonna look like when I'm 30, guys. But yeah, I pretty much clipped together. Um,
a bunch of stuff, and then I think at the end of this, I had a little post credits of a call saying that the boss is dead, which he remains, and this would have directly set it up. What if Loki killed He Remains, the full thing, and right from here, it goes right like you can see the fade and like me coming down like my variant. I would have played so many characters and it's like, why is the camera on? And it's like D19 will return in What If Loki Killed He Remains. That never happened. I'm hoping someday this will be a full feature, but I am not doubting. I'm not hoping. I'm not hoping on it. This was the like a first idea. The second idea is gonna come up really soon. But 2024, I kind of took a little break after this video, the Sonic and Knuckles teaser based on Deadpool and Wolverine. Then I did a little rebrand with this logo because that was my original logo based on Marvel. I did it based on Loki now. And I think I did this. I did Scott the Wasp send me a package, which I still have up there. I never opened it. I never even opened the cards even. This is my most viewed video, and I am so surprised. 5,000 views for What If Ghostbusters Afterlife ended like Deadpool and Wolverine. I am so surprised. Like, I guess people love Ghostbusters that much. And then, like, this goes to the eight most recent videos. I won't talk about these. I will talk about this one because right around this time, I was recovering from an injury that I broke my foot, and um, I was pretty much I was pretty much on like in a chair for over a month, and I found out I had two major blood clot disorders. So yeah, that's fun. I almost died. I almost kicked the bucket. Thankfully I'm still here to make movies. Yay. Um, which speaking of movies, this was gonna be the second one, or like around this time, the second movie idea. I swear to God, was gonna be a whole Lakeview Technology Academy movie. For context, Lakeview Technology Academy was high school I went to, and it was about to be senior year. So what I was like, oh, what if the senior project? And I think a couple people were saying, instead of What If Loki, what if I do a Lakeview thing? And I was like, oh my god, let's make a whole Lakeview movie. And like, it was like we recorded it, and we'll get to that. But right when I broke my foot, I was like, it's over. It's all over. And then and then also I had a government project, which was this, Case of Wisconsin. And pretty much, I had to edit this a year later, but this was pretty much a court case on Wisconsin versus the American government. And my friend Alex, I swear, has the best Trump impression I've ever heard, or has one of the best I've ever seen personally. And I think whenever Trump is going to cameo in any of my movies, it's going to be played by him because oh my god, he is hilarious. He is hilarious, and like it was like with the hand gestures and all of that. It's like I will go first, Your Honor. And it was like, oh my god, like we all died laughing almost every time we filmed um this thing. Um, and then we had this guy play Saul Goodman because we were thinking of random like lawyers, and then one of them was gonna be Matt Murdock. Some like one of my friends playing Matt Murdock, but that friend wasn't available. So we ended up going for I think it's Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman, Ted 2. The lawyer from Ted 2, this guy, played by Morgan Freeman. We just went with this guy from Ted 2, and we saw a clip of him, and it was like, oh my god, that's the most funniest thing ever. So we did Matt's lines into Patrick's. So Ari plays the lawyer from Ted 2, while the other guy is playing Saul Goodman, and then he's playing the mayor of Wisconsin. So, and I'm playing the judge with the judge wig, and then like you can see a little tease for the Lakeview movie here, and there was a post credits that I actually deleted that showed the villain like activating the device, the villain that's going to be in the Lake that was going to be in that Lakeview movie, which will be in this upcoming thing. Um, which is pretty much a text of like saying that the school was attacked, Lakeview was attacked, and Ari saying to get to Lakeview quickly. And I was like, oh, Court Azurd, and that's pretty much the movie. And I swear the Lakeview movie was going to be like Avengers and it's going to be more endgame level thing, which combining all the school projects. Which, by the way, if you want to see this, the school projects, before I get to this, I put a new playlist called the Lakeview Saga, which is pretty much all of my friends' school projects, school stuff or stuff that they made during their time at Lakeview, and I just combine them with my stuff. So if you want to see all of those, there's gonna be a playlist down there. There's gonna be a playlist right there. But with that film idea, we recorded the first 7 minutes of the movie, the show at Lakeview's talent show, which that was the first time they ever done it. I don't want to say who, but they were really picky. So it was to the point that they censored the word damn. So I realized with how PG-13 this movie would be, I just didn't think it would be a best idea. So we changed the last minute and created the original view, a Lakeview short film, which I think is the best thing we've made. And even I brought it to a film festival in Parkside, and I wasn't able to be there for that event, but they really liked it. Everybody there really liked it, and hopefully I'm able to show them um, show what we can do with future stuff on this channel. So pretty much this film is pretty much the creation of Lakeview. Like we have me playing Doc Jones, saying about overpopulation in the schools, and then concerned parents. Which I will say my favorite part about this is
What they're doing. It's getting ridiculous out here.
I don't know what's going on here. I only brought my
I only
kid.
brought my kids here for the free snacks, and that's my dad's friend John. He killed it. He killed it with his couple second thing, and then it was like I was dying laughing. And then this was the scene where, and then I tried to have the green screen there. I couldn't with CapCut. CapCut was being a little stinky butty. But um, that was I think original view was probably my favorite thing I've made ever um, so far, and it's definitely gonna hold a place in my heart. But I am being straight honest with you. I I don't know. I I realized there was something on my page. What the hell is this? I'm not interested. Um, that was there for what, like 10 minutes. I will say I did like I wish we were able to do more. Like we were able to film at Big Star in Kenosha, and this took place in 1990s. I wish I could remove those cars. Like that kind of removes from the immersion. And yeah, like half, like a good half of this was credits, crediting everybody else's projects, and doing a final thank you message. And like that's pretty much the best we could have done for a goodbye to Lakeview. I think so. And then just randomly, I made a Wicked edit months later, which I get in a couple shorts from Peacemaker, and that's pretty much it for this channel. Like we reached 259 videos, we reached 131 subscribers, which I am really thankful for. But I will say, I don't know what we're gonna do on this channel. I have a bunch of ideas, because I really think I got burnt out from doing a lot of edits, especially during the early times of doing them. Like I was doing so many Sonic edits, it was insane. Um, and I feel like I want to focus on quality over quantity of videos. So I think the main stuff you're gonna get on this channel, you might see a couple of edits here and there, but you mostly will see short films. Like What If Loki Killed Hero Me Part 1, The Original View, Case of Wisconsin, and Welcome to DBA. And what might be the first real film for DOEO Studios. I'm just going to announce it now because I've been working on this for months now, since beginning of college. And actually, I am around 45 pages into the first draft of Skills for Cheats. That's going to be the film. That's going to be my first feature film. It is an adaptation of the video game that we made back in 2022, but is wholly expanded on. I don't want to give too much information about the film, but oh my god, it's gonna make the game obsolete. I will say the only things that are gonna stay from the game is, well, one, the title, two, the basement aesthetic, three, the use of Pong. Pong is going to be in the movie, and four, the infamous chainsaw skateboard in some way. But other than that, this is a whole different beast. And like, look at this. This is like 40 pages so far. Like it is insane. But yeah, I'm not giving a release date. I'm not giving you any more info. I'm just saying that a feature film is in the works, and I am currently rewriting the first draft of the script. We're probably almost halfway. I think we're like more than 1/3 into the script. So I will give you more updates on that, and who knows, we might make an Indiegogo campaign. So stay tuned for that if you want to support this film. And I guess another reason why I kind of stopped making videos for a while, well, one was the Skills for Cheats. I've been working on ideas for the film since September, and then I think January 4th, 2026, and we're like 20 days since I started writing the script, and we're 45 pages in. So yeah, that took pretty much most of my time. But also, I only have a line here. I have been working for Cinemark ever since the last short film came out, ever since the original View. And I love my job. I really do. I really love my job. and I want to have my first film at Cinemark. The problem is with that is we're the only Cinemark in Wisconsin, so that would be a really fun uh, thing to figure out. I think we'll probably have it in more like in a theater chain that has a lot of theaters in Wisconsin. I want to have it in Wisconsin, Illinois, like most of the big cities, but also some of the smaller cities. Like if we can, like at least some in every state, because that would be amazing. But yeah, that's pretty much. Oh my god, it's a 50-minute video. I didn't mean to blabble on for 50 minutes, going through the channel, going through all of the Delio Studios projects, and going into the future of Delio Studios. I will also say, I want to do something with the Switch 2. I've been having this for 6 months now. I love it. I love the Switch 2. I want to do something with this, so stay tuned with that as well. I'll also say I am going to New York in March, so if you see me in by Times Square, you see like with the Skills or Cheats sweater around, say hi, I guess. I'm willing to take pictures. Well, I don't even know if I want to say that. I'm willing to say hi at least. I don't really know. I don't really know how that goes. But yeah, Skills or Cheats in development, and I want to do a flashy logo or something, but I guess you'll have to wait. I guess the game logo we'll have to do for now, but I can't wait. I can't wait to see what 2026 and beyond goes for the future of WO Studios. I think this is going to be a new beginning with Skills or Cheats, with actually I can show you the logo. Bam, bam. Here's the logo. Here's what the logo is going to be for Skills or Cheats, guys. If you want to see it, yeah, um but hopefully my big plan for that is going to be released in theaters. Of course, after I do a couple of other short films, like this is going to be the big Beluga project. That if I get a bunch of people together, this is going to be what we're going to make. We're going to do an Indiegogo campaign, try to raise money for it. Maybe Parkside could sponsor us, please, please, please. Parkside and Cinemark and AMC and all those theaters. But yeah, that's pretty much my update of channel life, film making status. I think my I'm trying to think what else I can say about Skills and Cheats. My big plan is to release this by the time I graduate college, which is mid 2029, but maybe 2028. I don't think it's gonna come out in 27, but because like we're in 2026 and I'm just writing the first draft. So, um, and technically this is 9 years in a month for the channel, but I'll do a 10-year anniversary thing, and maybe by that time we can have a first look at the movie by then. Who knows? Who knows? But I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you guys for the past 9, 10 years, and I can't wait to see what we do for the next 10 years and beyond with filmmaking and potentially you guys see me on the big screen. So thank you guys, and I hope you guys have a good one. We'll see you around. See ya.